we're only doing a quick stream today because I have a D&D in like an hour and a half, like an hour-ish. New model. I've had this for a little bit now. This is it's technically not a new project. I'm just finally fucking doing more work on it. I'm trying to design a floor plan for a house, or just like a full fucking design for it, and actually getting around to doing it instead of just having little sketches in my notebooks. So I have 10 million references. And how's everybody doing? That's right, phone. That's right. Whoa, I'm gonna have to get you to shut up. Oh, my fucking alarm's gonna go off and I gotta feed B-Ball? Oh, I picked the wrong time to stream. Yee, it's Ambrose's house. Hang on, I'm gonna go take my medication real quick before we get going. Hang tight, gang, hang tight. Here, I'll look at you judgmentally. Wait, is it the 16th? Yes, it's the 16th. Okay. Oh, good luck, Lua! Do your best, have fun, be yourself. Everything for except actually doing it. Well, I have some sketches and stuff that I've been working on my actual like notebooks and everything for years now at this point, but I'm like waffling about the design, so I figured if I get something on actual like a digital canvas, then I can use it more readily, you know? Clean off my glassers. Me glassers. Went to a consultation for getting FFs? What's FFs? FFS? Okay. So, most of these are definitely the wrong style / too big. I think the closest to what I sort of had in mind is gonna be, probably this one here, which I've spent the past, like, 30 to 45 minutes on Google in both French and English trying to find out what the floor plan is for this little mansion. But apparently it doesn't exist, or, it's not readily accessible, which sucks, so, wah-wah. I don't think this one here matches that one. Maybe it does? Oh, I guess it does, because that tree there's... It's flipped. It's flipped, but, it doesn't look like it matches, but I guess it do. Yeah, like, I like the decoration on this one, but it's too symmetrical. So, like, for the actual, like, style, maybe? But I don't like the symmetry on it. Right, I had these. Forgot about these. Whoa! This one's too square. This one makes too much sense. Because one of the main things about this is that the house is, like, nonsense. Oh, facial feminization surgery. Gotcha. Oh, alone? Yes. Get that GoFundMe up, girl. I like the shape of this one. I think it's too clumped up, though. This one's like a long house. It's so wide. Wide and long. I smell cat food. So something tells me that I accidentally dripped a little bit of Al's wet food on my house coat somewhere, or I got it on my hands, and my brain is like, ew, 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 ew. Not online enough for a GoFundMe. Silence phone. This one's getting there. They got a fucking chapel on the side there. I do like that it has the roofs visible from the second floor. That's really helpful for, like, visualizing it for me personally. When I say I've had this model for a while, I mean, like, 2 weeks, basically. I've only streamed, like, I don't know, like 4 times since then, but yeah. I have been tired and busy trying to fix my sleep schedule and get commissions done. And all that good stuff. So the other thing, too, is that I have to decide... And I have a good bit of artistic liberty for this, but I have to decide what era of house that I'm mostly gonna base it after. I think I'm gonna have to take my artistic liberties, like, pretty broadly and kind of combine real-world aesthetics and architectural practices that wouldn't have existed in the equivalent time, simply because I want it to look a certain way. Hope I've been sleeping well. On and off. I've been getting a good amount of sleep, I would say. Not the past 2 or 3 days, because I'm in, like, the throes of trying to swap it now. So, like, I'm sleeping a few hours at a time, staying up for, like, a little tiny bit, and then, like, sleeping more and more hours to try and push it back. But before that, I was sleeping a good amount. I was just sleeping all through the day, and then just spending my nights awake, doing work during the night. This one's alright. I definitely want some peaked roofs and stuff, but it's gonna be much larger than this. It's not gonna be as, like, condensed, I think, because it's had a lot of stuff built onto it over the years. This one's too simplistic. I like the shapes of the domed ceilings, though. I think that's really nice. They don't have a list of the dates for these, I don't think, so... No, I can't read that. Well, you got the big overview thing. You can see down into the main floor, that's cool. I like the slight symmetry of this one. This makes more sense to my brain. Don't like these, though. Itch, 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 itch. Itch, 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 itch. Now, I could have swore I'm after doing more for that. Hang on now. Let me go inquire with my files. That's wrong. Pictures. Come here, you. No. Is it desktop? Did I put this on my desktop like a fool? Am I boo-boo? Am I the Labubu? I think those are ugly as sin, by the way. That's how you know I've been replaced. Downloads? Why would I put it in my downloads? Gamers. Gamers help. Is it documents? Tibididibididi. Tibididibididi. What the fuck? Okay, hang on. There! Okay, it is on my desktop. Why the fuck didn't it work? Stupid. Stupid! Not you, not you, not you. Well, this one looks weird as fuck. What kind of house is that? I'm tired for no reason. I'm not actually tired. I got plenty of sleep. I slept too much, in fact. What's everybody up to? It's not Friday, is it? No, it's Wednesday. Wednesday. Not you. Not you. That's what I'm working on right now. Where did I put you? I could have swore I'd done some little sketches. You know what? I bet they're in that little shitty book that I don't like to use anymore. Let's see. On your way home from work? Yee! Pay attention to driving. No need to lurk. I'd rather you stay alive. No, not you, not you. I have this awful little book of stone paper that I hate dearly. Ooh, free vacation day. What the fuck? Excuse me? What the fuck? What was that? Hello? Yeah, there's a little doodle. There it is. What the fuck? That's wrong. Wait, hang on. Okay, I've done a newer version of that map. Okay. That one doesn't need to be so perfect. Hi, Sneeby. There's no room up here. I'm sorry, I had to move your stuff. Do you want me to make you a new bed? Hang on. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. Here, Sneeby. Come over here. Sneeby. Sneeby. Hey. There you go, sir. No, you're not coming over here. Waiting for me to come back? No! No! Ow! No! There's no room here. You have to stay on your side. If you come over here and mess everything up, that's it. I'm done for the day. Don't do it! No! Don't step on my power button, please. Okay, be careful, be careful, be careful. What are you doing? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put your... There's no room, Al. Yeah, now you know. There's nowhere to hang out. He's in my way now. What? You smell like fish. You smell like cat food. Go over here. Do you want me to move that? Alright, now lie down. Go here. Go there. Go. No! That is your bed. You know this. This you know. Why do you... Oh my god. You have put cat litter all over my fucking desk. He gets the little grains of cat litter stuck in his feet because he's so floofy. You gonna be good? You have something in your tail. What is this? Yeah, you're purring, I know. I got it. Okay. He what's he up to, bro? I don't know, he's doing everything. Your favorite radish. Pluck me out of the ground. Boop! Yeah, are you happy? You had your wet food? Okay, you chill out there and let me do my work. There you go, loaf away. Okay, right, I was gonna Google a thing just to make sure that my brain didn't just kind of make up the answer. Why do observatories have domes? Thank you. What is the purpose of a dome? I'm a nice radish, yay! Put me back in. I'll bury you. I'm closer to a turnip, I think. Which, apparently, what we call turnips in Newfoundland is actually rutabaga. The advantage of a dome is mostly protection from the elements. Big telescopes cannot be put away easily, so you need some way to protect them. The options are slim. You either have a dome or you have some kind of deployable cover. Domes versus exposed telescopes have advantages and disadvantages. With a dome, you can get some protection from the wind during the night and protection from stray light. With an exposed telescope, you don't have those protections, but seeing can also be better. Domes cause dome seeing over the opening and usually don't improve the seeing. Seeing, for the record, is the term used for the blurring of images due to the atmosphere. Ah, yes. Modern domes are usually seeing neutral as they are properly designed and air conditioned, but lots of older ones are not and do make things worse. Another benefit of having deployable cover is that it doesn't need to track the telescope, and it doesn't need to be low vibration, as it won't be moving while the telescope is operating. They can also be smaller. There aren't really that many large telescopes with deployable, movable coverings. The Sloan Digital Sky Survey telescope is probably the most significant. It has a barn on wheels which is rolled over it. This was done to improve the seeing and keep costs down. Some solar telescopes have tent-like structures which accompany the telescope but are not really practical for large telescopes. Retractable enclosures for the very large telescope in Chile were considered during the design process, but the major problem was wind buffeting and distorting the shape of the telescope. Large telescopes are much less rigid than small ones. A big benefit modern domes have is that they can sometimes select the level of ventilation if the wind is high. Oh! That's always been my issue when I try and go out looking at stars, is I'm like, this is great, but I'm cold. Or this is great, but I can't see my book. Yeah, why have a dome compared to a flat roof? Observatory or conservatory? Conservatory is like... Hang on. Hang on. that's what I thought. Yeah. Now, I was talking about observatories, but I'm just, like, double-checking here. Like, do conservatories also have dome roofs? That's just a fancy-ass greenhouse. Bye, Winter Acacia. Thank you for popping in. So, in my mind, I have some ways around this. In my mind, this building would have one. And what I had in my vision was that it would be like glass, right? A big glass dome. But now, knowing that part of it isn't just from the elements, but you want to keep the light out, makes me think maybe no. Alternatively, I can make it some magic glass, where there's like coverings that can be like rolled up and rolled down. Dome is friendly to sky, sky is also a dome. It's true. It's about the same shape over and over again. Would this house also have a conservatory with glass domers, Ambrose not allowed sunlight? Well, let me answer some questions here before I get into the weeds of it, or let my climbers go free in all different directions. So he didn't build the house, right? Like, he is moving into this house. So there are many different facilities in the house that he doesn't use, and or he has to, like, refurbish into something else. So, yeah, glass dome with retractable shell, or is that too mechanically complicated and incongruous with the setting? That's what I was saying about how, I can have some artistic liberties with this, because this is a low magic sort of setting, where there are certain aspects to history that are just completely different from our own history, in terms of, like one-to-one parallels. So, there is like old magic and old tech that has kind of been kept alive, but I can only go so far with that before it starts to get a little silly. So I'm thinking I might be able to get away with that for this. So, let me see. Let me see. So we've got many things in this house. I've kind of split it into sections of, and I've done like a little bit of research about how like old manor houses and stuff were historically like set up and actually built, and why which rooms go where, so that's why I got some little notes here. But I've kind of split up into the house itself and then the grounds, so there's plenty of like greenhouses and stuff like that on the grounds. I say plenty, but there's like one really big one and then a couple of little small ones throughout. Ooh, good emotes. Well done. That is what it looks like. Maybe not that fast, but that's what his tail looks like. These were old sketches that like, you can see how far I got before I was like, Or old tech that causes magical darkness in the observatory when it's not in use, or eternal nighttime like the dungeon and Stars in Time. I don't know. I mean, I could do both, man. But both could happen. I think regardless of which it is, I think in the current era, the observatory is kind of out of function. Like there's something wrong with the mechanism, or like the whatever system is set up that allows the magical darkness to prevail. Naturally. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. What was I gonna say? Sleep well. Good luck on your thing tomorrow. So, we've got many things. The foyer, the front hall, the main hall, the parlor / tea room, the lavatory. There's so many bathrooms. There's so many bathrooms in this house. The powder room, the dining hall, the kitchen, the pantry, the scullery, the servants' lavatory, the basement larder / buttery, the servants' gathering room, headmaid's quarters, butler's quarters, servants' quarters ×2, head of estate quarters, head of estate lavatory / bathroom, head of estate cabinet, head of estate office, ladies' quarters, ladies' boudoir, nanny's quarters, bedroom 1, room, dressing room, bedroom 2, 3, 4, a classroom, a lavatory, a storage room, a solar, an attic atelier, an attic observatory, the attic studio, the lavatory, the back hall, which I consider kind of part of the ground since it's out of the way. Hitman has some cool levels. And then for the actual yard, it's the courtyard, greenhouse, shed, root cellar, garden, maze, lawn, patio, graveyard, boathouse, and stable. The graveyard is very small though. So this is a big facility, but it's not how a lot of manor houses were designed, where there's like the main house and then the auxiliary houses and facilities near it that like the staff and everything work at. So like you can see kind of here, and then like the gatehouses and everything. It doesn't have that. It's like, you can see it here too. There's another little cottage there and some extra stuff. It's more clumped together, and then like it's just kept together. This one here, this is a straight up castle. This is like 10 times too big, but I like how I like the shapes and stuff on it. They're good colors. Multi-occupancy had cubicles? No. It's very simple. It's literally just like a hole in the wall. It's like a little, here, I can draw it. They were on the outer walls. And so, say this is a fucking bathroom. It's literally, they were put on the outer walls, and it would kind of jut out, and then you'd have your little hole, and you'd sit there, and you'd poop. And they sometimes had, like piping and stuff going down around it so that water would like help flush it out and carry the debris away. But for the most part, that was it. And then for bathrooms, depending on how far back you went, there weren't any designated rooms for just bathing. They would just give you a big fucking bucket, a big wooden like bucket that you could move around to different rooms. But I'm not doing that. I'm having a bit of historical inaccuracy for the sake of not wanting people to just poop in holes. The mini theater. The rag on a stick. That's Rome. And a lot of this is going to be anachronistic for sense of cleanliness and convenience. And that's fine. And besides, there's no designated theater because half of these extra rooms could be converted into theater. Like, classroom, that's just asking to be a theater. So the main thing is, for this, the bulk of this house is... Hang on, where'd I put that? Uh-oh, too many layers. I need to mute my friend's chat because it's gonna be annoying me. That's the button. For some hours, thank you. Okay. The main body of the house doesn't change. Things can be built onto it and altered slightly, but part of the haunting is that anytime they've tried to do any major construction, shit has gone wrong. People have straight up died because of it. You ain't getting no modern bulldozers on these grounds. I'm gonna take this. I'm actually gonna make it smaller. This canvas is like 10,000 by 10,000 pixels. It's a little unwell. So, hello, welcome home, Elvidia. One thing I'm thinking about is that, I have these sketches that I have, preliminary sketches in my book. I don't know if I want to straight up go into converting that onto this canvas here, because I kind of want to figure around with some different shapes first and see if any of those stick with me. Silver X-Fit, you know who you are. Thanks for the follow. Is he a fan of amateur theater? I don't know yet. I think he's he's probably the kind of person who finds it very annoying. He I would say he's the kind of person who couldn't be around a room of theater people. He would get very drained very quickly. If you try and improv around him, he needs to leave the room. Does that mean there are half-built, half-ruined walls in the interior and exterior? There's a lot of bullshit going on. Oh, here we go. Here's some more doodles. Big sippy. Any more I should know about? Any more drawings in here? Nope, not you. Okay. I have found them. I have discovered them. So. What about this? Does this do anything? Yeah, a lot of this stream right now isn't gonna be actual work, it's just gonna be organizing, which is fine. Because the organizing is the thing I've had trouble with. Whoa, big. So, let's set up some of the rules of the house first. From what I know, most of the servants' quarters and, like, domestic, like, facilities are kept at the back of the house. In most, more closer to modern houses. We could keep that. I'll write that down. What's up, Val? I have a follow-up. Is Dorothy a fan of amateur theater? I think she would be. She's never been exposed to it, but I think if you brought her to a show, she'd never shut up about it. She's the kind of person who would go to, like, the market and see somebody performing in town square and just, like, sit there clapping for 4 hours. there's also a pond. What am I doing? Pond. And there's also the meadow itself. The orchard. Very small orchard, but it's there. Okay, entertainment, and what's the word I want to say here? Let's say crafting rooms are kept away from the bedrooms for privacy and quiet. No, Fireplaces are kept on inner walls. Bathrooms are kept on outer walls for the most part. Should we read into Dorothy and Oz like Wizard of Oz, or is it just a coincidence? Pure coincidence. My interaction with the Wizard of Oz has always been like a funny coincidence in such that my, at the time, most developed OC story setting was basically a one-in-one JRPG retelling of the Wizard of Oz without me even realizing it. Such that the main character's last name was literally Gale, and it just didn't occur to me until like many, many years into making it, and I sat there and went, wait the fuck? Hang the fuck on. The subconscious mind is insane. Would the entertainment room have a pool table if you consider a lot of old homes have smoking rooms? So I think one of these smaller rooms, or like the head of the estate's cabinet and stuff, that's gonna be basically a smoking room, more or less. Many of these rooms have been converted from their original purpose into new things. And also no pool table, no. Much too loud. Much too raucous. So one thing I did want to implement is that this house itself, even in the time of its original construction, was really advanced for the time. Like, they had a lot of things in it that were, like, non-standard and also, like, ahead of their time in weird ways. The people who originally built it were kind of thinking about their property and the way the house would work in a very atypical way for what was culturally, like, normal at the time. I think I've concluded that I might have a caffeine sensitivity. And not in the way where, like, caffeine makes me, like, mentally different. But I think that's what my throat is sensitive to. Because I went a few days without drinking tea or coffee, and my throat was, like, really clear and not, like, I wasn't getting a lot of, like, mucus, which was great. And I was like, ah, what a beautiful world! And I started drinking tea again. And now my throat is back to being gross, so I'm kind of sad. So it has a history of eccentric owners that were all like, look at this fascinating invention / feature from overseas. Kind of, yeah. What's those bell systems that they have in old houses? What are those called? Bell and the pipes. those called? Speaking tubes. Call bells. How do they work? Voice tubes for communication trace back to about 1850. Number of patents were issued to improvements throughout the 1890s. Huh. That's funny. Summoner would put his or her lips to the valve on one end and blow. This created a sound like a tea kettle on the other end. What? Would alert the servant or whoever that the person would twist the small handle, opening the valve, and then begin conversing with the other person and put an ear to their— That's so cute! Telephones ruined all this sport. Aren't the bells just attached to servants' rooms and connected to the rest of the house through strings and pulleys? Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, it's definitely got that. I think it's got both. Wondering if there would be a rudimentary sort of electricity in this house. I think it would be limited to like 1 or 2 rooms. Like they've got one room with a telephone in it and Dorothy's afraid of it. And I don't think it's like typical electricity. I think it's like magic electricity. Nope. Rudimentary plumbing system. This too. West Wing is off limits. Limits. Ah! Whoa. I gotta rub my eyes, man. Also gotta change the song. My brain is starting to go la 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 la. The Watchers, la 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 la, la 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 la. What the fuck? One thing I am planning on doing is have, like, the bedrooms be color-coded in a way, and, like, they're, like, themed around that color. No, I definitely don't want a friend on stream right now because I'm only going to be going for another hour tops, and also, like, that'll distract me more than help me, I think. Hello, Wild Wolf. Pneumatic tubes? Oh, that's a good point. When were those invented and what is involved with pneumatic tubes? '50s. Huh. The first operating system was built by engineer Josiah Latimer Clark. Now that's an old man name. That's a name from that time. Cool. The Prague Tube Network. How does it work? Latimer. Absolute Latimer? No. Latimer is in latitude. Concept of a pneumatic tube system has not changed since its development many years ago. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Powered by air, one or more air compressors and a network of different delivery tubes from the basis of every system. For carriers that needed to be transported several floors upwards, compressed air is required. To transport pneumatic tube carriers to a lower floor, it is sucked in by the help of air. Horizontal transport works with both compressed air and by suction, depending on the system. The pneumatic tube software is used to transmit information about the level of where the individual pneumatic tube stations are located, as well as to where to transport the individual carriers. Air diverters. Can I get a picture, please? I would like a picture. I'm a visual learner when it comes to engineering systems. Diagram. Thank you. I don't understand that one. Let's try again. Is it that fucking simple? It's that simple. Hang on, I'm looking at more complicated ones. Hang on, I'm getting confused now. Hang on, this is a minute-long video. I'll watch that. Let's watch this. Let's learn together.
Blower units provide air vacuum and pressure to speed the carrier through a network of tubing. Switching devices, called transfer units, guide the carriers through the system. Transfer units reroute the carrier through the tubing network. The carrier is deposited into the receiving bin of the destination station. Any station in your system can be used to send and receive carriers.
Stop, it's overflowing.
The control center oversees all of the system functions.
Oh, it's
the
as simple.
Control center also.
It's as simple as like coding. Wow. Okay. Cool. Very cool. I think I own the How It's Made episode for pneumatic tubes. I feel like this is one of those things that fascinated you for years, and it doesn't leave your brain. 1850s. Oh! Hang on. This is something important I gotta add here. The furnace is newer-ish. They were going nuts with inventions at the time the first great exhibition was gonna happen next year. Yeah, no, it was like, the science in the 1800s was insane. They were like, oh, what do you mean we get sick because of little things? What do you mean there are tiny bugs? What do you mean it's not the air? It's not the miasma. My humors were fine after all? Well, this makes me change my thought process about everything in life. Telephone. What are you doing, Bubba? Wow, Beebo! Oh, big stretch. Wow! Oh, you know what? I think one of these is gonna be... It's gonna double up as a gallery hall, I think. Because that's an interesting thing, too. I'm gonna write this in here just so I don't forget it on principle. How do I write it? Very old parts of the house do not have halls. So here's a cool thing that happened because of castles and kind of stayed for a while. Many old houses don't actually have halls and are just conjoined rooms leading to one another. This is different because this is a fucking castle with like a courtyard. But let me see, I don't think I have any actual examples here. I don't think I do. No! I guess that's a good example. This one is like a medium example because it's got this, you know, like directional left, right, up, down kind of thing going on, but it was a defensive sort of design concept that they didn't have halls leading from rooms to rooms because they would just share walls between one another. So that's also why castles are cramped as fuck too. Is it scary because it's unusual new technology, or is the phone haunted? It's both. First camera was made in the 1830s? I believe that. That sounds correct. Where is... Do I have my Miro board? I do! Very good. So another thing too is that this house has been many different kinds of things over the years, and some of these are subject to change. Sure.
Yes, you and I are friends now.
PBL, thank you so much for Subscribly Bibbly. Thank you. They're subject to change. because some ideas I might just get rid of. I'm trying to condense the story as much as I can because I let the scope of it get a little away from me. And obviously I'm going to keep this vague so I don't spoil things for you. The house has been... Obviously, a house is a house is a house. And it's been used as, like, an estate, for, like, lordly people and the wealthy and all that shit. I'm just trying to think how to describe this. I'm gonna tell you guys about the more well-known ones. It was a school for girls for a bit. It was also used as a, the more recent one, that is in, like, actual, like, living memory. It was a funeral parlor and a photography studio because, I have for many years and will always be obsessed with Memento Mori, even if, like, a lot of it is, like, urban legend and just, like, spun out of control, like, rumors and everything. I think it's fascinating, and especially in a story where, you know, supernatural things happen, I think I can make a lot of really fun stuff with it. It was a funeral parlor and photography studio, a girls' home, a military hospital. It was also a, very, very briefly, it was a hotel slash B&B. And you can imagine how long that lasted. What else? I don't think anything else I can talk about at the moment. So, I'm gonna write that down here. Gorls. Oh, I think there is, one elevator specifically for the funerary, process. Give me a moment. This fucking honky-tonk ass music. We're just gonna write that. Service elevator. Oh, there's also dumbwaiters. Hang on. How do you... Waiters. Well done. When was the dumbwaiter invented? The hotel was invented and went bankrupt frame 1. Yeah. So the first patent for a dumbwaiter was in 1887, which is definitely later. Interesting. Counterbalance weights. Easy. Oh, okay, Jefferson changed the dumbwaiter because he was drunk. Okay. Sony's Concorde. Before the smart waiter? You mean the DoorDash? Okay. What else was I writing? Me. They're all here together! I'm gonna add a hall on the second floor to be the gallery. Doing this design work for Luigi's Mansion 4. I would do anything for Luigi. I think he needs to replace the bag in the vacuum, though. I think that's his real problem. Never played Luigi's Mansion. There are many, many games I've never played. Most standard Mario games are on that list. I have a very limited interaction with Mario games. I believe you that it's a good game. I certainly do. You know what? Let's listen to Luigi's Mansion music. Fuck it. This album is called Bones in the Moonlight. Certainly sounds like it. Luigi Mansion 3 OST. This is probably gonna be like really distracting now that I think about it, but give me one that's the whole thing. There we go. So I don't get ads. This sounds way too nice. Squeaker. I've added a couple more VODs to my YouTube, by the way. We're getting there. I've only got like the last couple, the more recent commission working streams to go, basically. And then, you know, all the fun we're gonna. But that's a story for another day. I wish I could, like, make this wider in a way, but I guess that's... I've made my bed, now I gotta lie in it. Built into haha wall. I've learned about these. Does anybody in chat know what a haha wall is? Or an aha wall? The YouTube isn't actually up and publicly available yet though, right? Yeah, it is. Hang on. I've just been ghost dropping them. View my channel. Here we go. Many. I had to fix some things because I uploaded them in the wrong order. So, an aha wall, or a haha wall, sounds funny, because it is funny. So, they are walls built onto properties that they do. Ow. Hang on. Sneedy. What are you doing? Good? Okay. I heard him thumping around with something. I thought he got in trouble. So they serve a couple different purposes, but I discovered them through researching how root cellars work. But they're basically, you have like your aminals, and they chill in the yard. They eat the grass, and they tend to wander, and you don't want that. And if you built a wall here to keep them in, that'd be fine, but chances are you would also have like a hard time getting in at the animals or like keeping an eye on them, right? So instead, people started building a little ditch down here. And then putting the wall up on the other end of it, such that like water and stuff could accumulate down here And if the little animals came up here, they wouldn't be able to get up. But also, like... Oh, I've drawn this wrong. Hang on. It's even better. It's even better. I'm explaining it wrong. What? It's even better than this. You're actually even higher. You are God. You're a higher being. The wall is up here, so that you can look at all the animals, and there's no way they can get up there. And one of the things people started doing was, in certain areas of it, they would build root cellars down in here, because there's already, like, the accommodated space for it, which is really smart. And there's gonna be one of those, because I thought that was really cool. From higher up, you'll be able to perform the plunging attack. Precisely. With your lance. With your javelins. It's a good goat. I've made a good goat on this day. I'll put him right here. Look, made for him! Made for him! Beautiful. And it's literally called a haha wall because that's, the joke is that, like, when you come upon it and see what it is, you go, haha! Or aha! It's very cute. Name all animals Anakin. I think I was watching, like, a KUVOD. I was watching something, I think it was a KUVOD, and, like, he like, said one of the lines where it was, like, the fucking one where it's, like, search it in your heart, Anakin, you know it to be true, or some shit like that, and somebody was watching, were like, whoa, my cat's name is Anakin, and, like, he shot up when you said his name. I found out the name of the little white cat that keeps terrorizing Al. His name is Obi. This doesn't sound like Luigi's Mansion. What is happening? You know what? It does sound Art Deco, actually. I'll eat my fucking words. No, Obi. O-B-I. There might be an E at the end too, but Obi. Is Al a live protagonist? I don't know what that is, so no. I think that's an anime that is tasteless, if I remember correctly. Hang on, Google. Ideal placement for observatories. I think, obviously, the highest point of the house. It's the JRPG with Megalovania? What? There's a very similarly named tasteless anime. Oh! I've never seen this in my life. I've seen the anime. Not like watched it, but I know what the anime is. I've never seen this before. That's funny. Okay. Okay. Tend to be in the south. That should be the least obstructed. That should be best seeing is closer to the zenith. South. Okay. Interesting. anthology RPG where you play multiple protagonists across several settings. Oh! Is this the precursor to, Octopath? It seems a little bit older. Bro, this is scary, Luigi. You gotta get out of this mansion. Oh, the boiler works. That sounds right. It's very old. Okay. So it's like the grandfather of that sort of game. That's cool. I'm gonna move this over because I'm running out of space. And there's always more work to be done. I'm gonna get up for a few seconds and stretch my legs. And maybe get a drink or... I have juice! I'm gonna get some juice! I'm gonna leave you with the scary music. Luigi music's scary. Listen, I never need to be around for unsolicited Alucard compliments. I am not required to be there. They can just happen whenever. They're naturally occurring phenomena. They're just a force of nature, really. 1 second. That juice got too much sugar in it. Okay. "10 lives or more? Many more."
Yes, you and I are friends now.
Truly. Blockhead, thank you so much. $200 in this economy? Life-changing. Okay. Secret 1. Secret 2. Let me see how many other secrets we have. Ooh, secret 3 is a big one.
You're not ready for secret 4.
Ghost houses to expect secret exits? My brain was like, oh, there's a secret entrance, but I don't think there's any secret exits. And then I sat there for a second, like... Carpet cleaner? That sounds fun! I watch those carpet cleaning videos. No, that sounds fun to me. I'm sorry. I don't relate. Secret entrance? Exit? I hate the existence of a stable, because that implies the existence of horses on this property. You do still have to defeat King Boo, it's true. Cat stable? So I've been considering... I don't know why this thought only came to me like a few days ago. I've been considering giving Dorothy like 5 cats. Because it's an old house. So you'd think she would need something for pest control, right? So like maybe giving her like 2 or 3 cats or something feels right to me. Luigi, what happened? Are you scared? Literally the only reason I wouldn't want to give her cats or pets in general is because they cost money to care for, and also, like, even in a fictitious setting, my brain is like, no, don't let the cats outside. There used to be horses. There's no horses anymore, for sure. But that's what the rats are for, free food? I don't think you can subsist off of just rats. Nah, we're listening to the rest of the Luigi music for now. If we get there, then we get there. If we don't, then we don't. Yes, you can! You would know best. You would know best. Those ribs, that plate of ribs you showed me the other day. Rats. If the fictitious cats get out, that will spell disaster for the fictitious bird population. The secret passageways are enrichment. And there's also a plot reason why there might not be rats on the property? I don't know. they put up a sign saying rats, no rats allowed. Cause that's the thing too, is that I know if I put like pets in the story, people are gonna be like, no, please, no. And I never would. Like, rest assured knowing that I would never allow anything bad to happen to those animals, right? I'm not telling that kind of story. But yeah, having cats in a tube house is irresponsible, because, like, there's so many places they could get into, you know? Not only a tube house, a house with a dumbwaiter, a house with, like, fucking weird anatomy. Like, you'll lose a cat in between the walls, and how the fuck is Dorothy gonna get that cat out? She's just one Dorothy. Ghost cat haunting the house. That could be more accurate. That's really why the rats don't show up. There's a cat that's there like, this is my house forever. The rats sit on like the edge of the lawn looking in like, if only. No, there's danger in that place. Okay. Mr. Muffins. Baking biscuits for decades and decades. I'm just trying to think. Let me just write this down. Hang on. Color coordinated rooms. Themed rooms. As the story is happening, there's an identical plot happening simultaneously, but with rats and cats instead. That's some Disney movie shit. Rat Dorothy is going through it. She can't afford her biscuit for the week. Do the rats get little outfits? Yeah, tiny little shabby, like, Sylvanian family outfits. But only when the humans aren't looking. They're imagined outfits. If you have no whimsy, then the rats aren't wearing clothes, but if you do, then they get a nice little hat and a brooch. Why you break? Why you break? Okay, I'm gonna scooch this up here. Yeah, man, the fucking, the little rat tap tap you hear on the wall at night, it's just the rats. Them doing their little, dance routine. This is so many fucking so many fucking rooms in this house. Having mentioned Insight, I did watch through that Bloodborne lore analysis series you linked, and I'll say I'm convinced. Yeah. Yeah. It's right there, dude. Increasing my insight to see rat clothes. Okay. I am gonna move this back over. Get out of my way, you filthy little child! Get over there. Okay. I don't want to have to fucking move that. Come here, you. Schweizer Castle, get out of here. Schweizer Castle, you're too big, you're too fancy. goes there. That's nothing. And that's the little goat. Okay. I'm gonna actually move the little... Do I move the little goat? No. The little goat was where he was supposed to be. So now I'm gonna do something deeply evil and turn on the grid that I've custom made such that I can draw this properly. It looks like just a bunch of squares to you, but if I zoom in, you'll find that it's so many more squares than you expected, because I need it to be that accurate. So I will just, real quick, because we don't got a whole lot more time left, unfortunately, and I'm definitely gonna be too tired to keep going and start up another stream after my D&D. So,
Well, I'm so sad.
Clip Studio must hate you.
No, it loves me. Hey.
Yeah, I'll just sketch out what I originally had and show you my idea, but then, I'm pretty sure I want to diverge from it. I don't know. My brain is getting tired of thinking about the house in this way, and it does not spark joy. Oh, I'm not stopping just yet. Don't you worry.
We are born of the little outfits, made rats by the cute hats, undone by the dresses, our eyes are yet to open. Ah!
Okay. This is gonna take a bit of finagling. Cool. That's not what's supposed to happen. That's not what's supposed to happen either. I made too many. I gotta turn it down. I'm only gonna want it like that when it's super close to actually refining shit time, because this one doesn't actually matter that much. This is just gonna keep happening to me. Luigi, this is too scary. I want to go home. Giant rat that makes all the rules does not qualify as an old one. I don't think it does, no. What organ does the giant rat qualify as? Is he your immune system? Is he the plague inside you? Michelle, it's your birthday today. Cake and ice cream is on the way. Tell it to go away. I don't want it. I am allergic to sugar. Cool. Luigi, why do you keep doing this? Keep stopping and starting. This ain't it, man. This ain't it. By a grain of sugar. It's true. What's the most making all the rules part of your body? Your nervous system, I guess. Oh, that's a really good combination, Ralph Bet. This is the one I know. Your spine? Well, your spine is mostly your nervous system at that point, right? So I think it is your nervous system. Keep looking back and forth trying to make sure I'm getting this right. Girl, enough. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. No, it's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Well done, me. Imagine the whole time off-screen of Fata Morgana Michelle being bothered by whimsical team of Cinderella cartoon rats. You mean Morgana? That's her. She's the rats. Goodbye, Ashley. Thank you for popping in. You sent me the song? The rats, rats, we are the rats? Yep, there it is. 10 years ago. Wow. Michael. Why do I have a new email? Who did this? I'm busy. Don't do this. Rats, rats. Okay. That links up to that. That feels like way too much. What the fuck? Yeah, I think that's it. No. There, that's better. What the fuck? That's crazy! I just ran out of disk space. Well, Twitch will save this, but my computer won't, so woohoo! It's okay. Don't worry about it. This kind of smacks of Hollow Knight. I'm very weirded out by this the soundtrack's insistence to just like stop and start the song so rapidly like that. That feels wrong to me. I don't know if it's just the uploader or what. Oh, I do have an external hard drive. That's where I'm saving everything. And I gotta get rid of most of it because remember I had to get the fucking upgrade on my Google Drive to store all the videos?
Have fun with friend, bye!
That's on purpose? This shit's huge!
Get out of my way!
Right, goat. I gotta move you. 'Twas your destiny to be moved. We're almost there. Don't you worry, gamers. Hang on, I fucked it up. I've made this incorrectly, but it's okay. Because it's mostly just there for you guys to get an idea of what I was working with. Ah! The top part's too skinny. Enlarge! Oh, the grid? Bro, the grid. Try it again with the grid, I tell you. Now this part right here is actually a fucking dome, so it's misleading. It's alright that it looks funky. We don't mind right now. Okay. I could have made a fucking dome for that part. I'm an idiot. Oh well. Okay. So that is more or less the original layout I was going for. This is like the front door here. I guess it goes the other way. Yeah. That makes it look way too big. Hang on. Turn this grid back on. Bro. Okay, better. And it's many floors, so... Yeah, I haven't read into it, but Subnautica's going through it, I heard, yeah.
What are you doing now? Hey! Hang on. What are you doing, buddy? Hey! What's up? What are you yelling about? Come in here to yell at me and not do anything? Wow. What's up? He's got opinions, dude. Got things to say. Duplicate that real quick, and then grab it and make it small.
Make it 50% of what it was. Then bring it here. And then I'm gonna, real quick, just doodle in some ideas about what the background space was like. So there was... no, actually. Goes like that. And that. It's like a walkway over here. What the fuck is happening? Okay, I see it. Division. Right, I see what that is now. were like greenhouses along here. 3 of them, basically. Little green space in here. Very vague, all of this, but gets the idea across. Oh, my throat is doing stuff, dude. Not a fan. Doesn't go nearly that long. What the hell? Okay.
Mel! Mel!
Are you guys hearing this?
Sir?
So scary.
Those are some meows. Why do you need to meow like that? You have your wet food, Bubby.
He does not hunger. If he hungers, he got something wrong.
Sneeby, wanna come up? No? I'm thinking about it. You don't know.
Well, I might as well go tend to him. And then wrap stream. Let's see, who is streaming? Probably Pith. Let's see. Twitch.
Oh, Chula Wula! Let's go get Chula.
I think she's doing Delta Room. I think that's how you spell her name. That sounds correct. Okay.
Thanks for popping in, everybody. I wish I could go longer, but alas. Thank you for the follows and the subscribbly bibblies. Go say hi to Chula and bring her a little treat. See you later.